Adjective order. Adjectives are describing words. When multiple adjectives are used to describe a noun, they are generally arranged in a specific order. Using an incorrect order can sound strange and be confusing for others. The typical sequence for adjectives is this. Let's go through them. First come adjectives that express an opinion or feeling. For example, let's use the noun cottage and these adjectives to describe it. The adjective charming describes an opinion, so it goes first. We live in a charming vintage cottage. Size comes second. Let's add the size adjective small to vintage and charming. Charming must still go first, but after charming we would place the word small. It goes before the adjective vintage because vintage describes age. After size comes adjectives describing other physical qualities. For example, adjectives such as messy, smooth, lean, or muscular. After size and other physical qualities come age and shape. And age generally comes before shape. Let's describe the windows of the cottage using the adjectives rectangular, which describes shape, and new, which describes age. We'll also use the adjective lovely. We'll have to place the adjective lovely first because it describes an opinion. Then we need the age adjective, new, and finally the shape adjective, rectangular. The cottage has lovely new rectangular windows. Next up are adjectives describing the origin and material of a noun. Let's use the adjectives leather and Italian to describe a sofa in the cottage. The cottage has an Italian leather sofa. The adjective describing the origin, Italian, goes before the adjective describing the material, leather. Finally come adjectives describing the type and then the purpose of a noun. Let's use these adjectives to describe a pot. Nonstick describes the type of pot. The word cooking describes the purpose of the pot. So we would place non-stick before cooking. On the stove was a non-stick cooking pot. It's important to remember that these are general rules, and there are situations where a different order might be used. Now it's time to test yourself. Here are 4 nouns. Each noun has 3 adjectives beside it. For each noun, organize the given adjectives into the correct order. Pause here while you work. Let's see how you went. For the first one, we would say cozy Victorian stone house. Cozy describes an opinion, Victoria is the origin, and stone is the material. The next one, scruffy old working dog. The word scruffy describes a physical quality, and so it comes before old, which describes age, and working, which describes the type of dog, comes last. The next, delicious Australian sparkling wine. And finally, large black canvas bag. It's important to note that sometimes commas are needed between coordinate adjectives. The general rule is that if the order of the adjectives can be switched, or if and can be placed between the adjectives without changing the meaning, they are coordinate adjectives, and a comma is needed. Now it's time for another short activity. Choose a noun and a few adjectives that could describe it. Write a sentence using the noun and adjectives, making sure that they are in the correct order. If you like, leave your sentence in the comments below. Hope to see you soon for the next lesson. EasyTeaching.net